Wherever the big news story is happening, we're geared up to break it. TVC News, first with breaking news.
Marketing Edge on TV is Nigeria's leading initiative in the business of brand management and in the management of brand business. It is a 30-minute awesome package that comprises brand news, branding focus, and industry conversation all in a mix, encompassing thorough and in-depth analysis aimed at promoting the brand idea. I am Bababumi Agbibi. Welcome to the program.
Marketing Edge on TV, promoting the brand idea.
We begin with brand news, where we bring you the latest developments about brands and marketing and advertising in Nigeria and around the world. In brand news, First Bank Nigeria PLC has made a remarkable impact in 2024, securing 47 prestigious awards across multiple categories. Recognized for innovation, resilience, and commitment, the bank was honored with diverse award categories such as Best SME Bank in Africa and Most Innovative Digital Bank Nigeria, amongst others. These awards highlight First Bank's dedication to customer-centric service, digital transformation, and sustainability, cementing its status as a trusted financial leader with a forward-looking vision. The Interactive Advertising Bureau, IAB, has released its 2025 ad spend outlook, forecasting a 7.3% overall growth despite slowing compared to 2021's surge, which it stated as several factors such as election. It revealed that retail media is expected to grow by 15.6%, while connected TV and social media anticipate double-digit increases of 13.8% and 11.9%. IAB CEO David Cohen highlighted a focus on channels where commerce and consumer engagement converge would eventually drive meaningful results, adding that buyers are prioritizing customer acquisition amid inflation and fragmented ad ecosystems, with growing interest in generative AI, which 80% are now using or exploring for media planning. Nigerians spent 5.3 trillion naira on telecom services in 2023, up 37.54% from 3.86 trillion naira in 2022, driven by a 37.58% rise in data consumption, according to the Nigerian Communications Commission. It's disclosed that data usage hit 713,200 terabytes, while voice call growth remained marginal at 0.59%, noting also that active subscriptions grew to 224.71 million, fueled by promos and competitive offers, though broadband penetration dipped to 43.71%. MTN and Airtel reported combined data revenues of 1.63 trillion naira from January to September 2024, highlighting data as the telecom sector's top revenue driver. Next is branding focus after this break.
See this baby, why should they do younger like this?
As you see me so, I don't become 10x of the woman when I be before. Berekete 10x.
Make you enjoy 10 times your recharge, double data, and other betterment on top, voice calls, IG, TikTok, audio and video streaming, Zoom calls, and other better things them. Dial *301#.
You never finish up. 1,000 naira welcome bonus for voice and data.
You mean all this thing for Berekete 10x?
Full for the enjoyment.
Is your line blocked? You can get your line unblocked free, fast and easy. Quickly go to any Glow World shop or SIM registration center near you and link your NIN to your Glow line right now. Got no NIN? Visit the nearest NIMC office, get an NIN, and then link it to your Glow line. NIN registration is free, so reconnect with Glow today.
Marketing Edge on TV, promoting the bright idea.
Now brand in focus.
10 years ago,
In an era saturated with advertisements, innovative brands are redefining marketing by engaging consumers through interactive campaigns that foster emotional connections and meaningful engagement. By moving beyond traditional advertising, these brands are transforming transactions into memorable experiences, cultivating a loyal customer base that actively supports their products and services. Marketing experts note that interactive campaigns make customers feel integral to the brand, creating moments that resonate and are remembered. By leveraging content marketing, brands humanize their identity, allowing customers to relate directly through participation in events or conversations. Several brands have successfully implemented such strategies. One company invited users to customize and showcase their own product designs, offering winners the chance to see their creations transformed into an official collection. This approach attracted significant attention from millennials and became a hit. Another brand utilized quizzes as an interactive marketing strategy, asking users to choose their favorite dishes, revealing their flavor personas. This tactic engaged millennials eager to explore new cuisines, boosting brand awareness and customer engagement. Similarly, a global beverage company launched a campaign allowing customers to personalize bottles with their names, encouraging fans to seek out and share their unique bottles on social media. This simple yet effective idea transformed customers into active participants in the brand storytelling. These initiatives highlight a broader trend, building deeper connections between brands and consumers. Interactive experiences provide consumers with a sense of agency and belonging, turning them from passive observers into brand advocates. As technology continues to evolve, the opportunities for brands to engage audiences will expand. The brands of tomorrow will invite customers not only to see their story, but also to live it, making it essential for brands to involve customers in their narratives. That was Branding Focus. Next is Industry Conversation, where we discuss with industry thought leaders who have distinguished themselves and have made tremendous impact in the chosen fields. Our guest today is the president of ADVAN. Join us after this break.
Download the Glow Cafe app today. You see here, you get everything all in one. So if you love music, you love Glow Cafe with a music catalog of over 2 million tracks. And if live radio is your thing, say no more. Just hit play and enjoy on Glow Cafe. Welcome to Total Control, so you can recharge or buy bundles, borrow data, and credit sharing and gifting. You've got all that too. You also get extra value with our range of value-added services on the Glow Cafe app. Watch all the action with Glow Cafe's exclusive range of video. Glow Cafe's got it all. And when it comes to gaming, we ain't playing around with Africa's gaming collection. And the best part, you get free activation bonus. So download the Glow Cafe app on Google Play or the App Store.
Glow Unlimited.
Marketing Edge on TV, promoting the bright idea.
Welcome to the Industry Conversation segment. I'm being joined by OSAMEDE UWUBANMWEN, who is the president of the Advertisers Association of Nigeria, ADVAN. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Let's start with the big events next month. What's the preparation of ADVAN concerning the Advertising Association of Nigeria and African Awards next month?
We are currently receiving entries. Entries closes January 31st, and then we're going to judging the entrance segment. For us, it's the biggest event we always have every year. And everybody knows we moved it from last year to this year because like the Oscars, like the Grammys, always at the beginning of the year, and this is the Grammys and Oscars of the advertising industry. We are prepared as much as humanly possible. Venues booked, vendors and all that ready to go. We're just waiting for our members to send in the entries, and then we're good to go.
What's the theme of the award?
So it's about celebrating marketing excellence in very turbulent financial times because a lot of people are struggling, but their brands still doing great work. I can tell you, brands are still doing their best with the economic headwinds, with all the headwinds. So it's about celebrating them. It's not easy marketing now. It's not easy advertising now. But yet, people are still doing such great works that even personally I'm impressed with what they are doing. And I'm so impressed by what marketers and advertisers out there are doing. It's a tough time to be an advertiser. But they say when it's tough, only the strong gets going, and people are still making it happen. And I'm very impressed with what they are doing. So it's about celebrating them in turbulent times.
How will you assess the past editions of the awards?
So I'm an ADVAN member through and through, so I would always try to be as fair as possible. The past editions have been wonderful. There have been improvements, which is what I like about it. So there have been new categories brought in. So it's not stagnant or stationary. So it's a revolving conversation that is trendy. So if you see something, the very first edition there was no digital stuff. So now there's digital. Then the last edition we also had awards for even the brief writing, because a lot of times you hear agencies saying, "Oh, it's because of the brief you gave to us that's why we don't do a great job." So now we have decided to say, okay, how do we ensure our standardizing briefs? So we have brief writing competitions, and winners are announced. So we are getting better by the day, and that's what marketing is all about. So past editions, great. I'm expecting even this one to be better, greater. You know, we are marketing, we are advertising. We can't stay stable. We have to wow people. We have to do what is best. We have to make sure we are out there. And that's why I can say to everybody, please come for the awards, 25th of February. You will not be disappointed, because as usual, it's a meeting point for everybody in the industry. People are already calling for the invites. And so it's something that everybody should look forward to.
Now, what are some of the new dynamics that have brought major shifts in the integrated marketing communication IMC in 2024 in Nigeria?
So in 2024, one of the things that first was the headwinds, so the economic headwinds. So you know, when the disposable income of people is so small, as marketers, you're asking yourself, how can I get at that which is so small? Because you are paid to bring it in, no matter how small it is in the hands of the consumers. So part of the things brands did were to look at how they could reduce their SKUs, so the units becoming smaller, rather than have a 1 kg pack, and I have like a 5 milligram pack, you know what I'm saying? Another thing was, how do we reach these people? Because when people are cash trapped, they go out to do a lot of stuff. So how do I follow them in their journey to go get that money they will use? So you're also trying to rejig your media habits, so that your media habits will go in line with how you can get them. Because you have to get the people. Then you have to also then shift budget. Is TV working for me now? Or will I rather do outdoor? Or do I rather do radio? So you find out that when everything is okay, you just do everything. You say, oh, let me put money here, put money there. The money is still okay. So you see, when it becomes tough. But the beauty of it is that most companies need you more when things are tough. Because they believe you know the consumers. They believe you understand the consumers better than any other person in the organization. So the question from them would then be, what can we do now? They come asking you. And once you are asked, you have to then go into the books, go into your research and say, this is what I think we should do. And in most cases, they listen to us. They listen to us because, yes, things are tough. So when it becomes tough, companies want people that can help them get money or get profit. So in a nutshell, you need marketers more when things are tough. But then when everything is rosy, whatever you produce, you sell now. You get what I'm saying?
Yes.
When things are tough, what you're going to produce, you might not sell. So that means you need marketers, you need advertising more than before. You need marketing to do their thing to make it happen for you. So one of the reasons why you need us is even the tough times. Most people argue that, because things are tough. That's why. No. When things are tough, those that know you need more marketing. Because disposable income is small. And you are a going concern. So you're going to survive now to survive the future. If you don't survive now as a company, there's no future for you. So you see how it works. So they need money to come in now. They need products to be sold now. They need consumers to buy now. And in the future. So now it's so important that if you don't survive now, you cannot survive the future. There's no future for you. So why people argue that, hardship, no money kind of stuff, it's when marketing is at play. Because with the little you are given, you know how to move it around, how to jig it. So it's a tough time, but trust me, we are doing our best and we'll keep on doing our best. And I'm asking every brand out there to please trust their marketing team because they will deliver the numbers for you.
Okay, good. Now, still staying in 2024, it's witnessed lots of industry incidents, such as economic hardships, opposition over past bill, amongst the head of advertising sectoral group, that is HASG. And this has been carried over to 2025. Now, what are the implications of all this for the IMC as a whole this new year?
I would say to you, if you are a player in the IMC as long as some of us have been here for years, it's unprecedented. And it's so mind-boggling that associations can't come together to have conversations again. Why would an association be kicking against another association? When we pulled out of HASG, just to be clear, we pulled out because we didn't see the synergy. We didn't see us come together, ask the right questions. There was no ASP as at that time. And we were like, what's going on? This is a body created by law. We cannot be part of an illegality. There are a lot of things that we are having to have conversations with because you know how corporate brands act. We just want to be as lawful, as legal as we can be. And when things are not done properly, we know how it becomes a problem tomorrow. So that's how we put that because we didn't see. If you know the HASG of old, you'll be amazed at what they could do. If they come out with a communique or send letters those days, people would just know that it's done. But people cannot sit down now for various reasons behind the scenes. I am more troubled for the agencies than for the brands. Because trust me, the brands will always find a way. Oh, I've been brands all my life. We know what to do. We'll find a way. Why I'm troubled for the agencies is that these are owners of their companies. The issues you are having now will live with you forever. Go and mark it. The issues you are having now, I kid you not, I'm not missing words, will live with you forever. Whether the issues in terms of relationship with other parties in the industry, or whether the issues with relationship to how the whole ecosystem is upside down, or whether the issues with relationship to laws that are being brought in every day, people are wondering who's writing such laws. If I was an agency owner, I'll be very concerned. I'll be very, very concerned. There have been people in this ecosystem that had issues before. The entire system ran around them and they sorted out the issues. Why are you going to run to now? We are on our own. Everybody's on his own now. And we all know why this divide and rule, who it works for. Because if HGSG is strong, if we're all together, then people will have some things to think about. You have sleepless nights, we've been together. So divide them. Make them inside silos. But people have businesses to think of. It will affect your business. You are losing relationships. People are seeing you and say, oh, okay, this is your view, Abi. It does not work. I'm telling you. A lot of people also believe that, when people finish their marketing, they have to start owning agencies. Trust me, we are good at what we do. We are good at what we do. I had worked in a beauty brand before. If I run a bar, I will make money. Obi Kubana started with bar, Ibis, in Abuja. See what he is today. Who says to you people would enter agencies And the way the agency thing is going now, is this still encouraging? How many agencies are able to meet their target or go by? Even the model, if you look into it. So don't always assume for people that, oh, their next stop is agency. Trust me. Any marketer that is worth his salt will know what to do. Even if it's just to read the numbers and even advise other people on how to make money. Yes.
Now, I'll pick the facts where you say you're very good at what you do. Now, how much success has the sector recorded so far?
So, I would ask you to look at the financials of most companies. There are companies that are not bringing in the goods, and it's not because market is not doing their job. So you read things like the normal operations line, and that's where we are, where we come in. So, for example, if a company has to pay a huge amount of money in litigation, or had to be fined, or whatever, so that might not be our fault. If end of the day the whole profit drops. So most times I encourage people to read the normal operating lines, and that's how you know where our impact is. So the normal gross profit after normal operations, I read finance, so I know what I'm talking about. Then you then understand that we are doing our best with all the headwinds that are going on. There are people in marketing that are having to jig numbers. I'm telling you, having to say, okay, let's do this, let's do that, and management is listening. So in terms of performance, I would say I rate us very high. I don't want to put a figure to it. In a year that's so turbulent, you still have people still going to work. That means the companies are, well, if some people have lost jobs, but there are still people working. So it's still an ongoing concern. And it's all about making sure the company survives. And companies are surviving. Yes, there are some multinationals that have pulled out of the country, but the number is not the one that it was to be shaking. And then people are coming in. Maybe also because they are seeing a lot of large Nigerian conglomerates taking its place. There are people entering the different sites. You have seen Nigerian companies coming in. So I would say kudos. I would say very big pass mark. I would say it has been challenging, but I would say our people have risen to the occasion. Marketers have risen to the occasion, and they have done pretty well in my own analysis, because, as I said, I've looked through some books of some companies, and they're not doing badly at all. They're not doing badly.
Now I'm talking,
banks, for example.
Okay, now I'm talking about challenges. Now, how will you assess efforts by players and practitioners in the sector to tackle these challenges in different sectors while exploring opportunities?
We are just tackling it individually. We're not tackling it as a group. We're not tackling it together. Because we cannot sit down again and have conversations together. I kid you not. I want to bring this in. I was asked to come to the National Assembly for the O1 bill on professionalism. And I'm like, if somebody says I want to make my activity a professional body, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. It's just for you to ask, okay, what are the terms that will guide your profession? How are you then going to relate with other arms of the industry? You know what I'm saying to you now? Because if we all crave to be professionals, and somebody says I want to make my whatever I do a professional body, I felt it was a no-brainer. I felt it was something that people should look up to and look forward to. And just to be clear, do we really have a professional organization now? We have a regulatory council. Because both cannot sit in the same office. It's an anomaly. Big anomaly. So you can go from industry to industry. There is the Pharmaceutical Council, there's the NAFDAC doing the regulatory side, there's the Pharmaceutical Council. You know what I'm saying? So every industry, there's the Judicial Council, there's the MBA. So it's like that, but we don't have. If you ask people, they will say it cannot sit in the same office. It cannot be headed by one man. Because the practice and the regulation of the business are two different and separate conversations. So they have said, deem it that there is no practitioners' council, so they want to make their practice and have their own council or their own practitioners, whatever. It makes a lot of sense to me. And I feel that also one of the things that have been a serious issue in this industry, which most people are not looking at, is that of us not having a regulatory council. We have ADVAN, but there's no council in place. So the law created a council. And the law specifically named associations that should be there. ADVAN should be there. AAA should be there. O1 will be there. Every other thing will be there. So most of these issues we see outside. would have been dealt with by the council behind closed doors, with members voting on it. So there would have been no law that I would come out to say, oh, this is that. Right from when the law is about to be promulgated, as having a member in the council, ADVAN will be aware. ADVAN will have conversations around it. As against being informed after the fact. So if the industry would continue like this if we don't have a council. I'm telling you, so the founding fathers of the industry, or the people that thought the industry, saw the need to have a body of everybody in it. It's so unique that even the Nigerian University Commission is part of the Regulatory Council member in Accra because of the curriculum. Because of what we are using to work today has to be taught properly in school. So the council is supposed to engage with them. A team, not a person. The members of the council, last time I checked, out about 16, or even no more than. So 16 people should be able to bring out something good, better than what one person can do. So if we don't get a council, and the question I've asked a lot of people have asked me, I say, who is afraid of the council? If we, as a body, says today that we want a council, I trust the president. We'll get a council. He's a Democrat. He would make it happen. He sees the value of democracy. Democracy of 16 people sitting down voting and saying this, he will see it. There's no two ways about it. So as long as we don't have a council, we're all going to be having conversations separately. We're all going to be having conversations as individuals. We're all going to be trying to move the industry forward in our own silos, not together. How do you multiply issues from 2024 into 2025? Not one issue was resolved. Not one.
Marketing Edge on TV, promoting the bright idea.
This is where we draw the curtain on this episode of Marketing Edge on TV. Now join us again next week where we have the concluding part of the conversation with the president of ADVAN. I am Bababumi Agbibi.